if you happen to be watching us on QSportsTalk.com, you see our next guest live and in person here. So pleased to be joined by Laila, Phelia from the SU women's basketball team. Laila, thanks so much for coming in. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
We're doing great. You played 2 years at Michigan. You went to Texas. Now this is your third school in college. Take us through your college basketball journey, if you could, and how did you end up here at Syracuse?
Yes. So I spent 3 years at Michigan. So it was 3 years at Michigan. We went to the Elite Eight, and we had our run there. And then at the University of Texas, went to the Final Four, but I actually redshirted this past year. So I redshirted due to a retinal detachment. Then I decided to go ahead and finish my 5th year at the University of Syracuse and play for Coach Jack.
So what was it about Syracuse that sold you? Why'd you end up here?
It was really the community, the people, the support staff, everyone around. As soon as I came on my visit, I fell in love with Coach Jack, her passion, everything about her, and even just like our assistant coaches, just what they were about. And I just felt like in my gut, this was the place for me.
If you had to give a scouting report on yourself, what kind of player are you? Strengths, weaknesses? What can SU fans expect in terms of the player they see on the court come this fall?
Yes. So, defensive player. I love defense. I take pride in my defensive abilities. And then I'm a driver first. Usually, I like to attack a lot. I like to pull up jump shots, but it's more of like a little floater. It's not really a straight up pull up. And then I've been really working hard on just developing a more consistent 3-point shot, because I wouldn't say I'm a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
So just got to expand a little bit, because a lot of people are starting to play me for that drive.
In terms of what happens from here, obviously I know the season hasn't even started yet, but have you thought about what comes next? Are you thinking about a pro career, or what do you want to do once you get out of college?
Definitely want to go play in the WNBA if I do have the opportunity to do so. Want to go to the WNBA, and then of course overseas. But definitely continuing to play basketball. I would love that. We
were talking about your basketball journey. Let's go back to high school for a second. And from what I understand, you won 72 games in a row. Is that right? Your high school won 72 games in a row when you were there? Did I read that?
Yes.
Tell me about that. That's insane. What is that over? Is that 3+ years?
Yes. The one game I lost was my freshman year to Mason.
What happened?
How could you let that happen?
Yes, it was a tough one. It was a close game. It was tough, but after that, we were like, we're not losing again. You're good.
I guess you didn't.
Right, exactly. But yes, we had some great players. Whole starting 5, D1.
Well, I was going to say, if you win 72 games in a row, I would assume that you had other players go on to other colleges, so that your whole starting 5 went Division I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was that like, being on a team that was so dominant? How did you guys stay motivated when, I would assume most nights, if not every night, you took the court, assuming you were going to win? How did you stay motivated during that?
Yes, I feel like the biggest thing for us was just we knew we had a target on our back. Every single time, every game we had, we knew that there was a target on our back, and other schools, they wanted to take us down. They wanted to be the school to take us down. And I feel like that was our main motivation. And my coach at the time, Coach Scott Rogers, he did a great job just preparing us each and every day. So it was great.
You come here as quote unquote a new player on this roster, but as you said, 5th year in college, and you've been to some really good programs. You've played in some really big games, even going back to high school, but even in college, Michigan and Texas, those are major programs. Do you feel like you come here, even though you're a newcomer, do you feel like you're one of the leaders on this team already, even though it's been a short period of time, or you plan to develop into one of those leaders?
Yes, I definitely feel like just continuing to fall into that leadership aspect, because just trying to figure out exactly how other players receive information, just trying to study everything, along with the fact of knowing exactly what Coach Jack is looking for, what she wants. And just wanting to, of course, preach that information.
Sure. And did she talk to you about that coming in as a 5th-year player, that, listen, we love what you do on the floor, but we kind of need you to be, there's some young people on this team too. We need you to take them under your wing and bring them along.
Yes, she's definitely harped on that.
Yeah. Again, I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but I'm sure you guys have been working out together and scrimmaging together and whatnot. What stands out to you about this team as a whole right now from what you've seen?
Biggest thing is the chemistry. You would never guess that we had 8 transfers. Everyone, as soon as I got down here, just the girls, just how everyone is, our personalities gel very well together. So I would say that that's the biggest thing that stuck out to me. And even on the court, like you can tell, we're very close. We hang out on and off the court. Like girls are coming in all the time in groups, like getting extra shots up, working out together. So I feel like that's the biggest thing for me. It's just the community of people and how everyone just wants to get better and everyone receives, like the way people are receiving information, everything. Like it's a great environment and I love the positive vibes, everything.
You bring up team chemistry. We've talked about that on the show before, and we've kind of disagreed at times about how much that matters. Like I'm big into team chemistry, and I do think it can translate into wins and losses. And I know talent is obviously still important, and it has to be there. But can team chemistry lead to more wins than if a team doesn't like each other off the court, for instance?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and how so? Like, so explain that. How does that translate on the court when everybody gets along and there's a nice positive vibe around the team?
Yes, definitely. I feel like the biggest thing for me and what I've seen in my years of playing, it's just whenever a teammate misses a couple shots, gets down, does she have someone to pick her up? Does she have that support around her? Because it's tough. Like some players like get really down on themselves and you need to have that support system. You need to be able to tap back into the game and be able to like lock in again. So I feel like it's important from that aspect of just having the right people around you. And the fact that if I miss a couple shots, I'm down, I have my teammate over here helping me. And I feel like with that, like you win games. And even today we were scrimmaging and had a couple turnovers. But the fact that we were able to come together, build each other up, we got to keep getting stops. We got to get these stops and everything and turn it around. It's like people, like you feed off of other people's energy. And I feel like that's the biggest thing. So having that chemistry is very important.
The team didn't have a great season a year ago, kind of took a step back from the year prior when they had a great year. And, Deasia Fair was here, finished, third all-time in career points, and then she was gone, and they struggled at times. How about the returning players? And have they been welcoming to you and the other newcomers into the program? And do they feel, revitalized with a new core of players here now?
Yes, definitely. Yes, you can tell. It's a big change. It's a big difference. And from what I see, at least, they are just as excited.
Yeah. We like to kind of get to know the players off the court a little bit. So when you're not playing basketball, tell us a little bit about yourself. Hobbies, what are you studying? What do you like to do when you're not playing hoops?
Yes, I'm in love with like self-help books and everything. And one book, actually, Coach Jack had the team read was The Let Them Theory. And I was really excited about that one. So definitely reading, listening to self-help books. And I love Pilates and like hot Pilates, yoga, stuff like that. So whenever I have an off day or anything, or even on the weekends, I tend to, go get some Pilates or something in.
That's good. It's important to take care of yourself. So Coach Jack will actually assign books or suggested readings to the teams and say, hey, check this out. And you guys as a team read it. And that's interesting.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
And I love how we all reiterate it during practice. Even if someone gets yelled at, we're like, let them remember, just take it with a grain of salt.
Well, that's great.
So it's amazing.
Since we talk about Coach Jack, what stands out to you? I know you mentioned in the very beginning of this interview, but what is your relationship like with Coach Jack right now, and what stands out to you about her and the coaches that you're working with?
Yes, it's amazing. Just how she builds confidence into each and every player. It's very special. And I feel like that's something that I really needed, and just being able to have her in my corner, it's just like, I don't even know the right words to describe it. It's like something that I feel like I have been missing. So
that's great.
All right, with it being Disney Day, do you have a favorite Disney movie?
I would have to go with Probably
Moana.
Yeah.
I'm
a
too
good
old to
one.
know what that one is. You have kids, though. I
Yes.
don't have any kids, so
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, The Rock's in that one, right? He's right. The Rock is in that.
He's in
Yes.
everything.
He is in everything. That's true. That's true.
Him and Kevin Hart are in every movie ever made.
Yeah, this is true.
Exactly.
This is true. Laila, it's been a pleasure catching up with you. Anything we didn't touch on that you want to mention?
I think that's it.
All right, we got to everything. I love that. All right, Laila, thanks so much for coming on. We do have to take a time out here. We've got Roseby Labintas coming your way at 1 o'clock. Alan Griffin will be with us at 1:30. We'll wrap up hour number 1 next on ESPN Radio.